Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle, and I'm from Cageless Reading. So today's pick a card is going to be kind of a bit of a funny one. I actually am an oracle card reader. I don't really know how to read tarot cards. I mean, I took a 2-hour summary class once. I feel like I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense to me, but I didn't really retain that much. But I was like, yeah, I can see why you read tarot. I see why I like to read oracle cards, and I was satisfied with that. But the irony is I've had a Rider Waite's card deck or tarot deck. It was the first card deck I ever had. Like I got it, I don't know, maybe when I was like 17. Isn't that funny to think about? 17, I think. 17 or 18. Probably 17, though. And I never looked at it. I got it, never read it, never really knew what to do with it. And then I got an oracle card deck, I think when I was 26. And then I used those. So I guess if I just bought an oracle card deck to begin with, I would have been reading oracle cards since I was 17. But I didn't do that. So I haven't been. So anyways, that being said, oh my gosh, weird moment where I'm like, have I been reading oracle cards since I was 26? Oh my gosh, isn't that long? Wow. Okay. Anyways, so for my own entertainment, and I guess you could be here for the ride as well, I was like, I should just try to do a card reading with tarot cards, only reading them intuitively. And then if you're a tarot reader, you can tell me if I'm totally wrong or not. And that's cool. It'll be like a fun thing. I'll never know, and you'll know if I am really bad at reading tarot cards. So anyways, that's my plan for today. We're going to read tarot cards on an oracle card channel. So I did choose, I pulled a few oracle cards from a butterfly deck, just maybe as a saving grace in case, the tarot cards go real bad. Oh, there's sand in this. I think I do this every time. Every time. I keep not realizing there's a bunch of sand in some of these seashells. I guess that makes it more grounded or something. Let's see if we can shake it out. Okay, shake. There you go. Cool. So anyways, we have 3 files to choose from. We're just going to be pulling cards and saying what you need to know right now. Yeah, that's going to be my goal. And if this is like the worst reading ever, you know what? That's okay. It was for my own entertainment. So that being said, pile 1. Your option is this long seashell. We'll call it the long seashell, because I don't know what it's called. I don't really live near an ocean, so I don't really know these things. So lawn seashell, everyone wants to be looked at. There we go. This is pile 1's option. Has some sand in it. Pile 2. I think this comes from those is it sea snails or sea crabs? I think it's sea snails. It's like a little pointy shell. Looks like a snail shell. But I think sometimes you see hermit crabs with them and stuff. So I don't know. We're going to call this pile 2 seashell. There was interesting seashell names in the description box. And then pile 3, we have just a classic seashell. There we go. Yeah. Is that an oyster shell? I don't even know. That's all I know about the ocean. Okay. Anywho, if one of these piles intrigues you, if my rambling hasn't dissuaded you, I'll see you in card readings. And if not, that's cool too. I'll catch you in a different video sometime. Hello, pile 1. So you chose the lawn seashell. Pick that over there. Okay, should we look at the oracle cards? Should we pull tarot cards first? Let's look at the oracle cards. So we have healthcare change, we have seeking and finding, and we have relationship dynamics. That's interesting. You know what? Healthcare change, for some reasons, it could just be biased because like right before I started this video, I was thinking about do romance novels talk about eating really good food? It's like so random. Have you ever wondered that? I mean, I hate, like, don't actually read a lot of romance novels, but in the recent times, I was working part-time at a book warehouse, and you see tons of books come through. There was Fourth Wing and Court of Thorns that were coming through a ton. And so I um read Court of Thorns, and I did read Fourth Wing, but I didn't like the relationship dynamic. Like, I liked the rest of the plot. I think that's what frustrates me. I thought the rest of the plot was so great. I don't know if you guys watched this or read this book, because now I'm just tangenting. I'm on a weird tangent today. I don't usually tangent this much in my card readings, I think, about random things. So I don't know if this is your vibe. But long story short, Fourth Wing, great plot. Hate the toxic relationship between the romance. Like, it's like the guy keeps like, they keep lying to each other and not being honest, and not being vulnerable and not communicating their needs. That it like frustrates me. So I was like, I don't like this book because I do and I don't, because I don't like the toxic relationship. But then meanwhile, Court of Thorns, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this book so much more, because I guess it's like, it's like the series, Court of Mists or whatever. Is that the better book? Is it the third book that's better book? I can't remember. I can't remember which book was awesomest. But anyways, they have like a super awesome relationship. And then I was just got myself thinking like, she did talk about food in that romance novel. And that's so great, because I feel like there's a lot of romance novels that only talk about food when they talk about being too nauseous to eat it, or not feeling called to eat it. And then in this other one, it's like, I feel like she was good at establishing that there could be loving extreme attraction in a healthy relationship dynamic, as well as you can love food. So anyways, that's my long ass tangent about why I think when I saw this healthcare change, for some reason, I got thinking about dietary changes that help with like body challenges. So what would a body challenge be? I could see it like just like feeling lethargic, feeling like the thing that I think about is like I can't eat a lot of grains. I can't, like, it's so weird. In the summer I can eat a lot of grains if I'm like very active, because then like if I do a lot of cardio, then my body can like process it better. But in the winter, I actually can't eat grains. They like almost like don't move in my body, so it almost like rots there. It's like the best way I can describe it. And which then, if you've got food not moving in your body and is rotting there, it's just, oh, you can imagine how unwell you feel. And I'm getting that like concept with this healthcare change, where it's like you might like feel so exhausted, kind of gross, just gross sometimes. But the low energy is definitely striking me hard. Oh, I yawn. I'm feeling like that's gonna change for the better, because I assume that, like, this card has a lot of orange in it, which talks kind of about like having like literally more vitality, more energy, more joy, having more time, and like, I know I'm saying energy a lot, but literally having more energy to be more joyful and to be more alive in your life. So that actually seems really exciting. Why is it coming up for what you need to know is maybe you're just feeling a little discouraged by it, because I mean, like, the exhaustion that I'm feeling, I can see it feeling a little bit hopeless that something will change, or you'll find a solution, or you'll get clarity on what's going on for you. So I just like this as like a confirmation for you. And also relationship dynamics. I feel like this is even talking about your relationship to your body, which is so random. Like, it's like, this is what I find funny about intuitive reading. It's like, what is telling me that? I don't know. I just have this inkling. So yeah, I feel like your relationship to your body, and like not maybe feeling like it's something you're having to work so hard against, or like it's working against you, or trying to manage your body and its reactions, or manage the side effects or the symptoms that get you. And once again, it's just like being able to like go out and do more fun things. Like, I feel like this is like when you get an idea of being like, oh, I want to go do this, knowing you can. So you might have had some struggles where, like, I'm just thinking, for example, like IBS or something like that, where like maybe you're like, I can't go there because there isn't going to be a bathroom, or like the drive is too long, or like this just isn't an option for me because I like can't get there without like possibly having like an accident, and I just don't want to be in that situation. Like I'm not saying that's your situation, but I feel like it's like that's like vibe I get where it's like I like you haven't been able to do things because you're like, I won't physically be able to do it, or I won't physically be able to meet the needs or the requirements that I'm needing right now because my body needs this available all the time or something like that. And for some of you too, I think it's like extreme exhaustion. Like I wonder if you're just like, I can't drive there because like I'll fall asleep driving because I'm just like, I can't seem to stay awake anymore. Something like that, something around like just passing out sometimes. Narcolepsy is like something I'm thinking of, but I don't think this pile actually has that. I just think there's just like a lot of exhaustion that hits you. So maybe it's just like being like, I'm really excited with this idea, but it'll be in the evening and I just physically won't have the energy for it. I won't be able to do it. Seeking and finding. I kind of get back to that like answers. Like you're like going out there looking for answers and being able to find it this time. I really want to be cautious with this because I feel like this pile has tried to find answers in the past. And for whatever reason, you just haven't had any luck with it. Like maybe being disregarded, or just like trying things and being like, nope, it just isn't working, doesn't work for me. So the people could even believe you, but they just like can't help you. And I just feel like there's like this period of like, I want to say hopelessness and exhaustion, and I feel like that's a thing. And I feel like you almost needed to take a break where you just sort of like were in this state. Does that make sense? Where you're just like, all right, this is my reality now, and I just have to live with it. But something's changed now again, where I think you're like, all right, I'm ready to see if there's more answers now. Like, I don't know if this is like something you struggled with for like a couple months, or it could be something you struggled with for like a decade. And you're like, okay, I know there's more research now. I'm going to go get some answers. Or it's also like, you just know different people now or something like that. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of what I'm seeing. So for the fun part, if you didn't watch the intro, that's totally cool. I'm not a tarot card reader. I'm an oracle card reader. And I just thought it'd be fun to use this tarot deck, the Rider-Waite tarot deck that I've owned. My first deck I've never used. So I was like, for fun, we're going to intuitively read these tarot cards and see if I'm at all right. It's kind of like dream interpretation cards, though. I had some of those, and I literally just read the images off intuitive messages. So I just trust that the message is what's needed to hear, but it's just funny to be like, that card didn't mean that at all. So anyways, real ones, what do you need to hear right now? It's just everything that's come through. What do you need to hear right now? Okay. So funny. Oh, I hope a tarot reader comments on this. It's gonna be great. Oh, that's so fun. Sorry. I'm just like, this reading is for myself. Sorry. You're just like along for the ride. Okay. Let's get that. I went to go make a coffee quick. And then Steve happened. Okay. So, my friends who may or may not be tarot readers. Okay, my vibes here. You know, what would this be? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but you might know what that means. What I'm really just getting is kind of a little further confirmation intuitively, once again, not a tarot reader, intuitively, about the cards above, where I get like this like hopelessness, like having tried a lot, and for whatever reason, 7, I always feel like it's supposed to be a lucky number, but I actually feel like it's felt quite unlucky for you, where you're just like, I just kept trying to find solutions around this, I want to say like health ailment or exhaustion. Like I'm not sure. They might be like, there might have been two things going on. There might have been like a health ailment and then like a lot of exhaustion, or the health ailment, I'm not sure if I'm saying that word right, was exhaustion. But I just get like just feeling like overloaded and just like I keep trying to figure things out, but my luck is like literally upside down right now. And I just like don't really know what to do about it. I don't know how to keep like figuring it out. Like it's just I feel like you're just like staring at your pile of problems around what you want to fix and what you were like wanting help with, and no one was helping. There was nothing there. You couldn't see anything. Um, yeah, and just felt like I feel like you felt like you gave almost everything. The point where you made you even more exhausted is also what I'm getting here. So I just wonder if you're just like, all right, I just need to take a little rest. But the rest came from a sense of hopelessness. I think that's like the important thing to point out. Like it wasn't like totally being at peace with it. Like it was like at first taken because you were just like so overexhausted, so over tired of like no answers, non-change, non-solutions. And I think for some of you, people who just like couldn't understand you, couldn't help you, just yeah, you needed to reserve what energy you had left and just manage it. That's what I'm getting. Like you just had to manage it. So sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, and I do feel like I'm kind of on a journey of like kind of battling your beliefs of yourself, your beliefs of what you're capable of, your beliefs around who you are and how like what you identify. So I do really feel like whatever this was like changed what you could physically do. I keep getting that. There's a lot of solar plexus energy talking about just yeah, not being able to keep things in balance um from what you were wanting for yourself. So it just seems like it was really, really hard. Yeah. It's what is this one? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 7 of wands. Oh my gosh. Or swords, sorry, 7 of swords. Is that right? 2. Let's count again. 7. Yeah, 7s. You're gonna go to 7s. Once again, though, I keep getting this around luck. Just like being out of luck. And same thing with this, like I think you were like on quite a journey. So once again, this could have been decades, or this could have been just a couple of months where like you just woke up every day and you're like, I'm just going to try to figure this out. I'm going to try to get stable. I'm going to try to carry this burden on my own. And it just kept feeling like you kept like not being able to, like you just couldn't hold things together is what I keep getting. It was just an impossible task, to do everything by yourself. So, very interesting. The World card and the Chariot. Interesting. The World card. Okay, I actually feel like I know a little bit about the World card. A little bit meaning like I thought I always was referencing. Actually, you know what I get from like what I'm getting over here and then over here? I wonder if it's saying like you were doing it all on your own. Like I feel like when you went into these, like if maybe you're seeing alternative health medicine or like specialist or something like that, you're always kind of in it on your own by yourself. And it was like too much. It was too much for you to be able to do. Once again, I feel like there is such a challenge on physically getting place to place. I don't know if this is because of exhaustion or because of body things going on that made it really hard to like literally drive somewhere or like get on a bus to go somewhere. If like I just keep getting that message that transportation was a nightmare for you. This is so specific. So I wonder who this card reading is gonna be for. Maybe this is gonna be for one person. Who knows? Maybe 3 people. But anyways, when I see over here, I actually see that it's like really important that you like as you decide to like seek and find new answers and like to put yourself back out there in finding a solution for yourself and changing like how you've been having to handle your health. I feel like it's saying it's really important that this time you don't do it all on your own. Like it. This even makes me think, like I'm getting like the example, like if you're someone who is diagnosed with cancer, not going to the appointments alone. Like bring someone who's really special to you with you, whether that's a friend, a spouse, a child of yours, a parent of yours, like literally having someone be there with you. And I even feel like what they're also showing me is sometimes you're given information and you got so flooded with emotion that like you can't even retain like what was even said to you, and like having someone else there to like give you that information back would be like, no, this is what was said. I took notes. This is what the next steps are, to even have someone else think of questions to ask. Because like it is emotional for them, but it's in a different way. Like how would I put it? I almost feel like it for you, you start to feel very like disempowered. Like I just need to accept this is the reality of my life. But I feel like your loved ones or the supportive people in your life are more action takers, and like, what can we do next? What is our next steps? How can we best support you? What do I need to do? What could we do for you to get you in this other place? And I just feel like it's saying like a network. So it might be more than one person as well. It might be like a group of people. So yeah, like, and that makes sense, right? It's really hard to be support for someone. If it's like a really heavy thing and there's just one person supporting them, it works better when there's like a network or a community of people supporting them. Also, sorry, the cat yelling in the background is Steve yelling. So he's doing that right now. The chariot, once again, I feel like if you know tarot, these are going to be meaning things to you. But to me, what I keep getting from this chariot is like, I feel like you're getting an opportunity, like a chariot is a vehicle, a transportation. And if you look in this one, there's like balance. There's like the yin and the yang. So it's like allowing there be more giving and receiving in your life. So not doing it all on your own, not feeling like you need to be all of one thing on your own. Like, once again, I feel like this is going to help with that mentality. Like, I don't need to fight my body. My body is working with me. I'm going to work with my body, not trying to force it to do something. I don't know. I keep getting that, but I also keep getting like there's this opportunity for change. Like the seeking and finding card comes through strongly for the chariot, where it's like you like, I feel like you're moving. You're literally moving. There is like, you're being given an opportunity to like transport out of this place in your life and into another more empowered place. That's ultimately what it is, like a more empowered place and a more grounded place. Like, I feel like you've just felt so ungrounded. Like, I feel like these two cards are like coming up as like having been in this energy, but changing into this energy. From Seven of Pentacles to the Chariot. Which, yeah, once again, maybe makes sense to somebody else. But yeah, it's very, I don't know, it's very interesting. I'm also getting some like energy shielding vibes too with this world card, in like the sense like there's really great people supporting, like let really great people support you. That's actually the message I'm getting. Let really great people support you. But also all those people who have judgments and those gross, nasty looks that they give you sometimes. I don't know, like this is the most specific reading ever. Maybe this should be a members only reading. Because I'm like, this is for sure for very, very small group of people. Way too specific. But like the people who are giving you those looks and you see them in the streets or on the bus, like whatever is making this transportation process so horrible for you, like screw them. Like screw them. Like literally, like whatever their opinions are, whatever they see that they are like giving like these inappropriate looks at you about, like screw them. They don't matter. They're not in your life. They like, that's all I want to say. Like, I just see, put yourself in this little love bubble. Know that you are so supported and there's nothing wrong with you. Like, you can just show up as you are and they can't touch you. I think that's a big lesson for you, actually, is that I think like the way people look at you sometimes has really, really upset you. And once again, I'm so sorry. I don't know how people have been looking at you. But it's a vibe. It's a thing. Yeah. I almost wonder if like there's like an exhaustion thing, and like I could see you like needing to be in a wheelchair sometimes or something like that. Or like needing to like, you can't like move your limbs in a way that you used to be able to, or something. There's something like that. And like you get some people who are just so, I don't know, they got problems. Who like judge you and look at you in a way that is unkind. And that is their own stuff. I have to be so clear with that. That is their own stuff. That is not for you to take on. Because you look at this person, they're so happy in their little bubble. They got some batons. They're like mostly naked. They're just like, I want to show up as me in the world, even though it's hard sometimes and other people don't like it. Which takes courage. Like we got a little line over there. Take some courage. We got a little ox, which I always feel like that's like makes me think of Capricorn energy of like just being like consistent and stable and showing up as you are despite what's happening. And then we got the bird, which is like seeing the perspective and like knowing ultimately what you want to be in the world. And then we got like this judgy human. And it's like, who cares about the judgy human? Who cares? They're not worth your time. But you know who you want to be, you know how you want to show up, and embracing yourself and not feeling bad about it. Like, I wonder if this pile struggled with other people making you feel bad for not being more ashamed of yourself or something like that, which is just wild. It's just so wild that someone would ever make you feel like you're supposed to feel that way. And I'm sorry if this is resonating, but it's messed up. It's so messed up. And you just, yeah, I feel like this is like liberating yourself from whatever society has told you should feel about yourself because of how your body works. Like, who cares about these people, you know? Who cares about these people? Okay, let's pull another card. It's so funny because we keep pulling down. I'm like, I don't know what they mean. But I know tarot means a lot of things. So here we go. We've got the Six of Swords. Okay. Nope. There goes Steve chasing his sister down the stairs. I'm talking about cats here. Okay. So Six of Swords. So once again, there's so much about like changing, opportunity to change environments, to change situations. To get on, like, it keeps coming back to getting on more solid ground, to getting back on stronger foundations. Like everything's like heading towards like ground, like grassy hills, rooted places. But it does say like there is a bit of a journey of discomfort, and that's why it's so important to bring people with you. Like, look at this person. They're not traveling on their own. They're traveling with someone else. And like, it is interesting that they're not trying to like carry all the swords anymore. You know, like this person's like, I need to take action. I need to take action. I need to do all these things. And this person is like, let's just like let someone else take action. We know where we need to go, but we'll just let someone help me get there. So I really like that. And also literally transportation has come up so much for this pile that I like literally see like, let someone help you get around. You might literally need to ask for help getting around physically in a vehicle of some type from one place to place. And that's okay. That's so okay. Be okay with that. Okay. Do I dare pull another tarot card? Let's see here. All right, we got the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Actually, what I'm being drawn to is like getting rooted. So I actually wonder once again, like this is talking about getting out of that lack mentality of like getting out of like scarcity of like, they're not enough, this is not working, that is not working. And it's like, get grounded. So whatever it might look like for you is like, if you're needing to come up with like literally like a financial plan, like if you're like, I am going to start putting $10 a month into a savings account, or if that is like 10% of my earnings into a savings account, whatever it is, it's like, take some action so that you feel stable. Because I keep saying you feel so unstable and uncertain, and like getting rooted is like the first step, and then finding balance there. Balance has come up a few times. Balance. Balance between, I would say, prioritizing what is going to bring benefit to you versus what is like, I would almost even say overspending, or like so what I'm saying here is like, I keep getting the money thing with this. I mean, obviously Pentacles is like money, but it's just kind of like, also be really hard on yourself about finances. And then you could like not do things that you know are really going to be game changers for you. But then you can go on the opposite end where you like keep doing things, and some things, you know, like aren't totally for you, but then you're like, well, if I want change in my life, I need to like do more of these things. So it just feels like having balance there, knowing like checking in with yourself and being like, is this the kind of thing that's really going to be a benefit to me? Yes. Can I afford it? Yes or no? If I can't afford this, is there different things similar to it that I can? And then just like navigating it that way and not thinking you have to be all one way or other. It's like a balance thing. And then with the pentacle in the head, I am like wondering if doing some like money association work, like when you think of money, you might have heard this. Like, I think there's like a guy named something Sterling. Oh gosh, what is his name? Jake Sterling? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't remember, but there's like a lot of people who do like energy work around money, and you can like find like things online or audiobooks or podcasts about it. And a lot of them talk about how we have a lot of weird emotions attached to money and limiting beliefs, and most of them aren't even ours. So just maybe even taking time as this pile to check in and be like, is this my belief or is it someone else's? Like, whose money belief is this? Because I think it's like there's a lot of things going on money wise with you. You've got a little bit of a rough go. You've got a lot of different things going on. Yeah. I'm sorry, pile ones. But I do feel like this is coming through because I think you're kind of like tired of this, like living in lack, living in scarcity, living in feeling like you're constantly like not doing the right thing, like overspending or underspending. And it's just saying like, yeah, maybe take a look at some of those like free resources, or maybe even possibly if it really vibes with you, like an audiobook or a physical book that talks about it. Just doing maybe some meditations around money. There's like a chair, what do they call that? Like a chair activity you can do with money. Like if you've heard of like inner child work with a chair, like you take 2 chairs and it can be in your mind or in the physical world, literally whatever you prefer. And you sit in one and then you put money in the other chair. And then you just talk to money and then you see what comes up. And then if you see like money shift and it looks like your mom, then now all of a sudden you need to get a second chair and you put money in the one chair and your mom in the second chair. And you just go, hey, like, sorry, money, that belief isn't mine. That's actually my mother's. And then like you take like that one belief off of money and you give it back to your mom. And then same thing with like your dad or your aunt or your uncle or your friend or your like whoever it was. Or even maybe yourself, like, but a lot of the times, like most of our beliefs around money aren't even our own. They're our relatives' viewpoints of money, which is wild. And then you kind of just keep like working like that. You can see that modality being very interesting. You do have to like work a little bit like with why you took on that belief from like, say, your mom. But if you just recognize it, that's like such a big shift to recognize it's not your belief, it's your mom's or your dad's or your uncles or your brothers or your sisters or your grandparents. Or your cousins, or your friends, you know, like I said, it could be anyone's. It could be more than one thing too. So don't be limiting yourself on which belief it belongs to, or sorry, on which person that belief belongs to. Okay, so I'm just thinking in my head, what else can I offer this pile here? Anything else here? Okay. This is interesting. So there is the death card in reverse. So that's so funny. I'm like, ooh, look at me. I'm pretending to be a tarot reader. Okay. Death card in reverse. I actually, from what I like, to me, this is a great sign because this means like positive changes in my mind. Once again, I'm so sorry. I might be saying everything wrong here by traditional tarot, but we already decided we're going to stop apologizing, which is actually something that maybe you need to do is stop apologizing. There's nothing to be sorry for. You already disclaimed what you're capable of what you're like gonna do. Don't need to keep apologizing for it. Oh, I'm actually like really looking at this card. I'm like, yo, this is like the plague era for sure. Like, look, there's like dead bodies. This must be like when the plague hit Europe or something. I don't know. Anyways, maybe this would actually be interesting to look into. tarot, like the history of the deck, because it looks kind of cool. Anyways, we got some Viking strength coming in the background. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted by this card. Death card though. I feel like this is just everything you're reading saying is times are changing. Times are changing. New transformation, a new life, a new beginnings coming in. But this feels like in a very nice way. Like in a very, like, it's felt so chaotic, but now it's coming in with more bliss, with more kindness, with more love. That's what I'm looking for, with more love and kindness and tenderness. Yeah, like everything's actually going to be quite okay. The sun is rising. There's a song. Is that Bob Marley's song? The sun is rising? I don't know. Anyways, and a new day. That song's stuck in my head. I don't know what it's called, but it sounds really peaceful, and it's just like hopeful. It's hopeful. Have hope. Things are changing. Things are getting more amazing out there. There's so much sacral stuff coming through. So if you might be focusing more on your sacral chakra, you might be doing guided meditations about your sacral chakra or kundalini. Anytime I see a lot of orange, sometimes I wonder if people are trying to work with manifestation, kundalini energy, sexual energy, creative energy, playfulness energy, all those things. They're all beautiful and they're all kind of the same to some degree. They're all about creating more and creating new, creating more joy, following desire. So it's going to be okay. I know you're not sure right now, but I can see everything's going to be okay for you. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I have an Oracle card deck nearby. I'm just going to grab it. Okay. We've got this, they're kind of like poster cards almost, but they're called Sacred I Love Yous from Kuan Yin. And we're just going to pull one for you to end your reading here. Here we go. We have, here we go. Grief is my sacred I love you today. To know I am held in all ways that help me heal my heart. I am not always grieving, as I am a divine soul who loves my own heart, and my own heart needs to feel that my loved ones always help me whether they are past or not connected anymore. I am profoundly and sacredly loving my I love you so that I can be cherished and universally supported to grieve when I need to. I am never alone in my heart. I am so very, very loved. I am profoundly and sacredly loving my I love you so that I can be cherished and universally supported to grieve when I need to. You know what I love? Is this card says 777 on it. What are we talking about? We're talking about all these sevens. So 7 is really a number for you right now, it would seem. And then in case that was like hard for you to register what I said on this card, I'll hold it here and you can screenshot it if you're watching it on your phone. You can screenshot it right now. Or go back for a second and screenshot it and read it again, because it is a little bit hard to understand when someone's reading it with the punctuation and all that. But anyways, yeah, this is all I have for you, Kyle Ones. Thanks for hanging in there. Okay, sorry about that. As I was saying goodbye, my cat Steve tried to play with his sister and she didn't like it. Okay, apologies. But yeah, this is where I'm going to end the reading, and I hope you have a really good one. If you don't know, I do offer a membership on YouTube now, where I'm offering one extended reading a month and one members only whole pick a card reading a month. It might do more than that if I have more time, but I'm only guaranteeing one of each. If that's not something that you're like really called to or financially into, it's totally cool. You can always just leave a like or a comment on this video. It actually helps this specific video get more views, which I so appreciate. I'm suddenly feeling really out of breath, so maybe you need to breathe for a second here, friends. Just take a deep breath. It's okay. In and out. Yeah, there we go. We're feeling better already. Breathing is good. Okay. And it helps us relax. Cool. Anyways, thanks for hanging in here. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for being cool with me trying to read tarot, even though I don't know how to. It was fun. If you know tarot, you can leave a comment and be like, yo, that is not what the chariot means. And that will be cool. So anyways, I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you in another figure card reading. Hello, pile twos. So you chose this seashell that I thought was maybe for snail or hermit crab. I wasn't sure, but it looks like this. So we'll put it there. So for your oracle cards, we have leaving, ooh, self-employment, and moving. Guys, this is exciting. That's super exciting. Leaving card has strong following your heart vibes. So this just feels like you finally took a chance on what you were really wanting to do. Oh, that's so exciting. Self-employment and moving. So sometimes moving, I feel like, is like physical location, and other times I feel like it's like moving, like literally places of employment. It's interesting. I'm trying to like see. That's moving to a place that has more supporting, nurturing foundation. So, okay. I'm not getting a solid vibe for like the answer here. I think for some of you, for everyone, it's definitely around this self-employment, changing jobs, going to a place that's more grounding and physically nurturing for you. It's more stable, more reliable. The people there might be more solid. And so whether that is like, it could literally be self-employment, but I feel like I'm thinking of like if you rent a building from someone, or you lease a building from someone, or something like that. Like how, like whatever ways you interact with others, I feel like those interactions are going to be more supportive and nurturing in whatever area you're going to. Maybe you like share an office with someone and the people next door aren't that great. And like you're moving somewhere where there isn't that weird energy anymore, and you're more aligned with people in that building with you. Self-employment. Oh, this just feels so hopeful. Like this is just like the energy is so lovely. It's so lovely. It's like it's like sincerely the energy of like following your heart. That's the best way to put it. Like there's no doubts. There's just joy and happiness to be on this journey and setting off in direction that you're wanting to go. So that's so awesome. You also have lots of white butterflies, which to me is just like clearing. You're just clearing out the old and starting something new. So that's awesome. Oh, okay. Let's pull the tarot cards. If you didn't watch the intro, I'm not a tarot card reader. I actually only read oracle cards, and I only read intuitively. So this is just like a fun little thing I wanted to do, because I have had, this is my first deck of a tarot card deck that I've never read. So I'm just going to read intuitively. And if you're like, that's not at all what that card means, one, you can leave a funny comment about it. And two, that's okay, because I just trust that whatever card comes through is going to give me an intuitive message that fits what you're needing to hear. So that being said, I'll end with the light for your highest good. What thoughts you need to hear right now? Cool. But now I felt like I had to slap him a little. Okay, we have the High Priestess. We have the King of Pentacles. We have, let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of sticks. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. It's not sticks. Wands. It would be wands. It would be wands. The 7 of sticks. 7 of wands. The Magician. Okay, so, oh, interesting. And then also the 7 of cups. Okay, so what I'm getting here, my friends, is wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. High Priestess. That's like taking charge in your life, you know? Like taking charge. The Magician, you know, it's like alchemizing things. You know, get like you like, guys, this is amazing. This is amazing. Can we just for a moment appreciate that it's amazing that you're finally like, you are like so in flow. You're so in alignment. You're following your heart. You're taking action, but you're not just taking action in the like, I'm just getting after things, going. It's like, no, you're taking action, but you're also allowing yourself to kind of be directed, flowed into the right places. So It's like you're keeping an open mind to like the right space showing up for you, for the right conversation to happen and to meet the right people. It's so magical. You're in like a magical moment, super magical moment. You're using your voice a lot. So I get the voice is actually around the manifestation. Like you're speaking the things you want into existence. For some reason, I just kept thinking salt and pepper. That's so random. Salt and pepper. Is that a nickname? Do you have a best friend? Do you call salt and pepper? I don't know. Is that salt and pepper hair? Who knows? That is so random. Anyways, I just had to say it because it popped into my brain. So, anyways, the High Priest says, we're talking about you standing in your own power, you kind of manifesting in like a extremely cool person that you are. I was going to say bad butt person that you are, a bad booty person. But like if you can't say the other word and you say bad booty, it's not the same, but I like it. You're the bad booty person that you are manifested in what you were wanting. You're like, this is what I want. This is where I want to be. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to have in the world. And I do feel like you used your voice a lot. Like, I think you like, when you talk to other people, you were like assured, self-assured. You're like, this is going to come in. And over here, look at this. We have all the cups. There's so many cups that are full. And I keep getting drawn to this middle one where it's like, you're still not even sure what all of these blessings are going to be, but you know, there's just more and more coming. Like, look, if you look at this, you got like stability here. You got, which is like what we were saying, like you want stability. You're wanting like groundedness. You're wanting like this place where people are aligned with you. I see that coming in. I see an actual person who's more aligned with you coming in. We've got like the actual physical material abundance. We've got, I feel like spiritual growth and wisdom coming in, courage, feeling strong in yourself. We've got just like being a manifestation, bad booty person. And then the dragon. Ooh, dragons are all about wisdom. So that's interesting. More wisdom. I actually get more teaching coming in, more growth, more challenges. But challenges that you've been wanting. Like you're like, I want to step up to the plate. I want to like be more challenged in this area of my life. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes there's like you can be in a place of boredom where you're like, I'm not being challenged enough. I'm like bored in my day to day. My brain is not being that active. I don't have to think that much. And you're like, I want more stimulation essentially. I want to use my brain more. I want more. Kind of get that vibe. And then there's still like something is being uncovered. So that's really cool. I feel like the biggest thing is yet to be seen that's going to come in. I don't know what it is, but hopefully you do. Or you tell me what it is when it comes in, because that would be cool. Magician. Yeah, I see this as like the alchemizer, like the person who can bring into this world what they're needing. So I just keep feeling like this comes back to like what you need will be provided for you. What you're needing will be given to you. You've got this. King of Pentacles. Money is coming in. Like King of Pentacles. Business boss babe, whatever. I just keep getting that. Self-employment, and you got a King of Pentacles. Like this is just like you have so much good coming in. I feel like this path feels really good and you feel really at peace. And maybe you're just watching this reading because you're like just double checking. Should I be worried about anything? And it's like, no, like you got this. Keep getting boss baby or boss babe or boss. I don't know, something. I don't know if there's someone who calls you that or is like teasingly calling you that, or if you call yourself that in your head, but I keep getting that. So I'm saying it, being a bit weird. Okay. This card, 2, 4, 6, 7, 7 of Wands, not sticks. Interesting. I kind of feel like this feels like that masculine energy. That's what I keep seeing. It's like taking it, like I keep picturing him like pulling that like wand, I guess, out of the ground and being like, I'm taking action now. I am doing what I need to do. This feels like this is a time of action to me card. Like it is now. It is now. No more waiting. But it's so fascinating because like with these two like energies here, like you've actually been very much in the divine feminine, no matter your gender. Like you've been manifesting, you've been doing the energetics, you've been working on the inner beliefs that are blocking this from coming in. Like you've been doing the deep dive. You've been okay with sitting and just manifesting and creating. And now you're ready for this action card, like getting after it. But like I said, there's still that balance of being like, sometimes I need to take action and sometimes things are just going to work out for me. And that's okay for me to allow that in and to allow that flow in. And it's really magical and beautiful. Okay. I'm like, what else do you need to know? This is a pretty straightforward message. Sometimes if you watch my other readings, I don't like to like if the message is very clear, like everything's going to be okay. It's sometimes I like to keep pulling cards because I want you to just know that. I want you to hear that and not get distracted by 100 other things in the reading, because that will happen. And you are exactly where you're meant to be. You are crushing it. You're crushing it. We're going to do so good. Look at that. We have Queen of Cups. If you like, that's how you've been. We've got the Moon. We've got the Empress. We've got more wands, so they don't really know what they mean. Or eight wands. Okay, well, 8 is all about that divine feminine manifestation energy. So once again, I feel like this is paying off. This is all paid off. The Empress, Queen of Cups, the Moon, going within that internal journey. Like you literally like deprogrammed yourself. That's what I get from this. You went in and you're like, why have I not allowed this into my life? If the universe is always fulfilling my wishes and is always being, I don't know. I don't really want to say subservient to me, but something similar to that. Like if it's always wanting to work for me, why is it working for me in this way that is not actually serving me? And then I think you got really clear on those blocks. And it's just so amazing. It's all paying off. Okay. Sorry. Every time my camera battery starts dying, they're like, don't forget the thought you were just saying, Danielle, so that you can hop right back in. But I kind of forgot the thought. But I remember thinking, we're getting pretty much at the end of this because, yeah, you all know what's going on. There's only really great things. You're following your heart. You're following the flow. You're reaping the time of reward right now. Yeah. And oh yeah, the 8 of Wands. I mean, 8 is such a divine feminine number. It's like, I even think of like the power of 8, like manifesting in groups of 8 intensifies your manifestations. It's very, very manifesty, empowered, magical numbers. I just feel like this pile seems like a powerhouse to me right now. I'm like, whoa, you are a fierce person, like in the best of ways. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. You looked at yourself. You looked at what you needed to look at. You looked at your emotions. You found harmony with them. You accepted them just as they were. And you manifested the things you've been trying to manifest. So I just want to be like, awesome. That's so awesome that everyone does that. Yeah, but you did. So just to end this reading, I'm going to give you a card from, it's called The Sacred I Love Yous from Kuan Yin. Put this pile to need to hear in leaving. Okay, I guess we want that one. So it says, where, and I'll just put this closer so you can screenshot it, because sometimes it's hard for someone to read this much at you and have you hear it. So that's an option to screenshot if you like. The card says, where my heart dwells the most is the most beautiful, sacred. I love you with presence that brings blessings to my life. I dwell in a place that needs the space to become alive with joy, love, not burdens, and to remember that I am free to live my authentic truth without needing the divine love from outside of myself, for it is always within my heart. And we have 555 on the bottom. And also Om Mani Padme Hum, if you haven't heard of that. I love it. It's like little monk chant. Love it, love it, love it. Was obsessed with it for a while there. Every variation I had on my Spotify playing account. Is that what you call it? Anyways, yeah, I'm not an iPhone user, so sorry. I do use Spotify. And yeah, anyways, if you like Om Mani Padme Hum, you can get some great variations on there. Okay. Anyways, I'm not supported by Spotify. I should also say that. I am not advertised or sponsored by them. Okay, well, this is all I have for you, folks. For some reason, I want to say that. Don't know why. I don't usually say folks. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you don't know, I am offering a membership just on YouTube. So if you want access to some extended readings or members only video a month, then that is available to you. Get access to all the past ones. So that's kind of cool. Otherwise, if that's not an option for you or just not interested in it, if you like or leave a comment, sorry, on this video, it helps this specific video get more views, and I just really appreciate that. If you subscribe, it helps the whole channel do better, so that's also really cool too. Yeah, otherwise, that's all I got for you. Hope you have a good one, and maybe I'll catch you around. Enjoy your abundance, evil, bad booty people. Bad booty people. I'm gonna say that more in the world. Bad booty. There you go. Cool. Okay, bye. Hello, file 3. So you chose this Seashell here. And your oracle cards are decisions, finances, and we have sobriety. That's interesting. So sobriety, I always find like is clear thinking. Yeah, I am getting for this pile though. I do think this is like getting something out of your system. So whether that's like an addiction to a certain type of relationship or dating certain types of people constantly or something like that, or like taking a break from something that just wasn't serving you. Overall, I do feel like it's like wanting something that is actually supportive to you and good feeling to you, and just feeling quite ready for that. So letting go of something destructive to you. That's very interesting. Finances and decisions. I feel like it's going to affect both of these. It's so interesting though. I keep feeling like this could be relationship dynamic. Why? I don't know. Why am I saying that? I just got that vibe. I also do feel like it could be like relationships that also escalate, maybe like drinking or partying or drug use. Like, it's like, I feel though, like it's like either certain friendships, or it could be a work group, or it could be, like I said, romantic interests that come and get you hanging around like literally substances and situations that you're like, they're not serving me. I do feel like it's multi-layered. So it's like, yeah, I think it's like, it's not just like you're trying to like drink less. It's like also trying to not have these kind of people in your life that kind of don't support you in that decision. The finances card. I do feel like there's like this realization. It's not just around finances, actually. I also get health pretty strong. Like, you're like, I don't want to just keep living like this. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's a great long-term investment for my health, long-term investment for me. I do find it interesting that finances came through though, because I do feel like the word investment in self is like what comes through with that. So I do feel like money is going to be involved with like anytime that we have any sort of enjoyment of anything material. It does cost something. But I keep getting like, it's not just the financial cost for you. I think what's really hitting is the physical cost and the emotional cost to your body. Keep getting that to your body. Bodies are coming up a lot in the readings today, so that's very interesting. Some decisions. To be gentler on yourself. Like, I think you've decided I'm going to be easier and gentler on myself, and you're going to prioritize sleep and rest more. I keep thinking of chamomile. I know this is a daisy, but I keep thinking chamomile. Interesting. I'm like, let me just take a sip of this coffee. Maybe try to drink less coffee. And here I am being like, coffee. Pausing to drink it even. Yeah, let's pull some cards. Getting more clarity. You didn't watch the intro. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm an oracle card reader. That's my first deck I ever bought. Never read it though, because I just didn't know how to read tarot. So I'm reading it very intuitively. So if you're a tarot reader and you want to like comment on what it's actually supposed to be, that's cool. That might actually be funny or fun. But it's just, I was just curious to see it. Like, I think all cards are so intuitive. So I wonder if you can get the same message anyways, but just in an intuitive way. So cool. I'm going to pull one for you now. Anyways, It's interesting with tarot cards. I feel like you gotta really intentionally clear them. That's what I'm learning from my brief interaction with them. Is like, I gotta keep tapping them because they don't seem to self-clear as easily as oracle cards. I feel like the intention behind oracle cards is like just like very, ethereal, like angel love and kisses and blessings. And I just feel like they naturally clear. These cards, I know I'm like tap 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 tap. Okay, tap tap. We're good. Get weird intentions out of there. The last group's energy out. We just want the energy for you. So that's interesting. I mean, I just see people who read tarot cards always like, just smashing cards around, and I'm always like, whoa, what's going on there? So, well, it just felt aggressive. Sorry. We're just going to let me tap you. Cool. Anyways, what do you need to hear, my friends? What do you need to hear? Cool. What else? I mean, we don't know what any of this means anyway, so one more. Yay. Well, interesting. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. This actually feels like that, like, empowered decision, clarity to me. Hang on, was that actually? That is 9. Okay. I was like, did I actually count that right? Yeah. Okay, let's put them all up first. We've got the 6 of Swords. We've got the 3 of Cups. Look at this. I actually like this reverse because it's like you've decided to empty the glass and stop drinking out of it. What's going on here? Going on another journey. Okay. We've got the Devil. Yeah, definitely feels like there's like an addictive pattern that you're just like really done with. Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay. I like this. Does it sound like I know how to read tarot? Oh, it's so funny. I feel like this is just so for my own entertainment and less for the viewers, but that's cool. I mean, you go to a YouTube channel like me, then you understand. Sometimes you just do it for you. Okay, so I am so tempted to look up what this card means because I feel like it's so important. But it would ruin the experiment I'm doing right now to see what I can get intuitively. So I'm gonna suppress that. So that urge. What I'm getting from this is like, I think you weighed your pros and cons and you're like, okay, I'm getting it now, friends. I'm getting it. So say this is whatever this thing you're trying to get sobriety from, whether it is like a situation, a certain person. I really could feel like it could be a certain person who then gets you drinking more, gets you partying more, gets you kind of in unhealthy situations. It could just be someone who just puts you in dangerous situations, like with people who are not great for you, just in general. It doesn't even have to include alcohol or drugs or anything like that. But I'm just getting that, like, you weighed the pros and cons and you're like, I'm going to choose me. And it's so solar plexus focused. So if you do chakras at all, like, there's a lot of solar plexus stuff coming up. There's a lot of clearing coming up. A lot of, like, I think this pile might be going down that road of like exploring emotional healing, essentially. Really realizing why these patterns have even come up. Maybe you're listening to a lot of podcasts. Maybe you're listening to, no, I think it would be that. Podcasts, audiobooks, things like that. Things that are like a very like approachable. Maybe you're even considering seeing like a counselor, therapist, a somatic body worker or something like that. And just like really getting to the root of why you keep finding yourself in these kind of relationships. But I keep saying you have 2 choices. And I feel like it's funny. This makes me feel like you were still in the process of deciding, but you actually do know what you want to choose, because like there's like this outweighs, like, look at this. There's 6 pentacles over here. There's only 3 here. This outweighs easily, logically, emotionally, the other decision. And I think it's just hard to choose you first. I think that's what you're struggling with. So I think you've already kind of chosen it though. Because then I look over here at the 6 of Wands And it's like, you've already decided to go on the journey. The journey to the place you've never been before. You're grabbing your inner child in you, and you're like taking that adult you who knows how to nurture and be kind and compassionate to others. And you're like, let's go figure this out. Why do we keep inviting people like this into our lives? Why do we keep finding ourselves in these cycles, these toxic situations? Why do we keep going back to this security blanket? Why is it a security blanket? Why do I keep choosing this when it causes me so much harm and it's not what I want to invest in for myself? So whatever the situation is, even for some of you, it could be like certain people that like deteriorate your health in the sense of like, maybe they like don't eat well. They make you feel bad for eating well. They don't let you go to the gym and you want to go to the gym, or you want to do this activity. Like, it's so interesting. Whatever it is, I feel like it's a person who's very toxic to you, who gets you to stop taking care of yourself through like shame, manipulation, guilt tripping, controlling. Yeah. So what I like here is, like, I kind of said at the start when I put this card down, you're emptying your cups. You're emptying this half glass of water because it's never been full with this person. And you're like, I'm going to stop drinking out of this cup, and I'm going to go find myself a new one. I'm going to go find myself one that can fulfill it. And look at this. You're like, I'm getting up these 3 because look, this is where the decision was, my friends. You got the 6 and you got the 3. You decided to dump out those 3, and you're going to move on and go find not just 6, but you're going to find all of them together. All 9. And you're going to find all 9 that can be filled by something, someone, and you're going to go find yourself. This is like, I'm going to go find my soul. I'm going on an adventure of a lifetime, a journey of a lifetime, to figure out what that looks like, who I am, and what I need and what I want. You're journeying, my friends. You're journeying. Okay. The Devil card, why I see this coming through, is like, in this journey, you're really going to go to like that shadow place, that place where you're like, I've been avoiding seeing this part of myself. So it's like all humans, all of us, my friends, all of us are like, we got problems with our guilt and shame. We try to hide it. We try not to feel it. And I think you're like, I want to go see it because I don't want to be chained down. I'm just realizing, am I allowed to show this on YouTube? Some people are like, there we go. We just put a little seashell over these prisoners there, just to be safe. But it's like, you don't want to be like, you realize your shame and your guilt has been used against you multiple times, and it's chained you down to these cycles. It's kept you perpetuating in them. Oh my gosh, there's like some expression about what like hell on earth really looks like. I wish I could remember right now. It's like a great expression. It's like one of those ones where you hear it and you're like, holy poop. I can't, like, wow, that like says it so straight up. And it's essentially just saying like true hell on earth looks like this. True hell on earth looks like that. I'm so sorry. I can't remember what it is. If it just snaps into my brain, I will say it. But I feel like you've just really realized like living like this kind of dynamic is hell on earth, and you just don't want to experience that anymore. And then look at that. I just feel like just like Knight of Cups, like you're on a journey to find emotional fulfillment within yourself first, I believe is what I'm getting here. And realizing that it's like, you got to fill your own cup and someone else can't fill it for you. And like, I think that's what was happening is like, you kept thinking, because these people would, I think, tell you they'd help you fill your cup, but they really couldn't. They couldn't fill it for you. And you're on this journey, like sincerely a journey. I actually love that word for you. Of like going and doing it. You know what? Like, you might really like tarot. You might actually be a tarot enthusiast, because like the Fool, like I know there's like in the major arcana, there's like the Fool, which is like the start of the journey. And I think you're like the Fool card right now. But the journey is about learning how to fill your own cup. I think that's why the Fool card didn't come out. But it's like, it's going to be a great journey, because you're going to get to know yourself, and you're going to be able to have what you've always wanted. And you're going to actually get clarity on why you've never been able to have it. And like, I don't know about you, but like my friends, like that is freedom. That is freedom. Like actually knowing why we do the things we do and why we haven't been able to have the things we've wanted. It just seems like freedom from feeling controlled by by our guilt, by our shame, by our fears, because they've been running the show in the subconscious, and we haven't even realized it. And then lastly, here we have the Queen of Swords. I love this because I feel like this is like you embracing your emotions, but still embracing the logical side of yourself. So it's like you're not going too far in one way. You're still staying pretty balanced. Like this is like recognizing that you do have emotions. You do have emotional needs, and you're not going to hide them anymore. And you're not going to like not acknowledge them within yourself. Because I think that's ultimately what has happened is like in these relationships, you've not acknowledged that you have emotional needs, and you have physical needs, and you have all the needs. And that's human, and that's normal, and that's okay. And you're like, I'm going to like start acknowledging this. What are my emotional needs? And still keep this like logical brain that is serving you. Like it's, you don't need to like, I feel like sometimes people will like disacknowledge one and go only into the other. But like, I really have to say, like, I love that you seems like someone who's like, I'm going to embrace both because both are important. I really, really love that. There is like a lot of clearing and healing going on in this card though. So it's going to say like, it's going to be a journey. But I just keep seeing freedom at the end of it. Freedom and like true investment in self. And that's what you're really wanting, is to invest in yourself. Like I said, I feel like you've already made that decision. I don't think you're still debating it. I think it's happened. I think it's going down. Yeah, look at that. We have the Star card. So and it's just like focusing on yourself, letting yourself be seen. Look at that. Filling your cup. Filling your cup. Filling the cup. And then like this is just balance. It's such balance. Like you're scooping it out of the river to like feed the earth around it. And before, I feel like you were just like pouring it and it wasn't being fed by anything, and that was exhausting. But here it's like, no, you're learning the balance. So that's so awesome. That relationship needs balance, that there needs to be give and take, reciprocity, that everyone has emotional needs. Yeah, look at that. We got 2 swords. Decisions. So maybe you're still a little bit hesitant to make a decision, but I think overall you figured it out. Nip slip from the Seashell card here. Anyways, am I allowed to say that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Cool. I think that's actually all I have for you. I know it can be a little bit frustrating, but I think ultimately, like, I've said all I can really say. I've read all I can really read. You just gotta sit with it and just kind of like know what's going to be best for you, what you're wanting. I kind of think you, like I said, I kind of think you already know your decision. It's just hard. It's just hard to make, and that's so understandable. It's like facing your demons, literally facing the shame, and that's literally what everyone runs away from. The most powerful people in the world run away from that. It takes really like sincere courage and strength to look at that about yourself. So very courageous person, if no one's told you that before. Okay, this is where I'm gonna leave this reading. I hope this helped. I hope it like just got your mind remembering some things or something, whatever you came here for. But if you like this reading, I just so appreciate it if you leave a like or a comment. It just helps this video get more views, which helps my channel a lot. You can always subscribe. That also helps. If you like my vibe and you want to support the channel, I do have a YouTube membership where you get an extra extended reading and membership only video a month. And then you have access to all the previous month's membership only videos, which is kind of cool that they do that. So anyways, that's an option if you're interested. This is all I got for you. So I guess good luck with your decision. Good luck on your journey. Fill in your cup. And yeah, I hope you have a good one. And maybe I'll catch you around sometime.